All right, Chapter 11 supports facilities UFC 346003, November 10th, 2017. We're going to go back to the front page just to get you a look at the Unified Facility Criteria Petroleum Fuel System Maintenance UFC 34603, November 10th, 2017. Approved for public release distribution. System is unlimited. All right, Chapter 11, Support Facility. The military ship at the time of the responsibility inspection made of the drain with a secondary containment and structure of the various organizations, including contractor. The organization contractors must inspect and maintain secondary containment and structure in accordance with the military service and specify the directive that acceptable contract requirements. Section 8.9.8.10 is in containing system for the tank and secondary containment inspection maintenance procedure. Fuel truck contamination area. Fuel contamination areas are the refuel or parking areas, refuel loading areas, the commercial truck offloading areas are equipped with the secondary containment. Typically, these areas are provided with security fence overhead lighting inspection maintenance fuel containment areas. Remove the debris from around the security fences monthly. Inspect the fence with the grounding points. Ensure the connections are not leave the damage monthly. Inspect with the parking area with the crack of the concrete. Containment of paving. Cover the road. Move the vegetation. May have the established roof of the build. Open the door of the farm. The exposed heat, earth, and undercrack through the cleaning of the soil cracks with a fuel resistant sealant quarterly. Secondary containment system to degrade with will continue like with the debris and can clog draining inlets. Preventing the drain valve with a sealed properly to test drain with the valve leakage through the valve annually. Verify the continue with the vehicle ground system connection with the connection suspected loose. Perform further testing in some cases more cost effective to replace the suspected connection instead of performing diagnostic tests annually. Inspect pavement markings, vehicle movement, the lines and wears and fadings of repaired, faded, worn pavement markings frequency annually. Inspect the security fence of the wear of the rust of the barbed wire with ensure the adequate secure with the outrig of the replaced loose fencing components and coatings areas to show the rust annually. For section 918, lighting and inspection maintenance requirements for other areas. Remote spill and contamination. Fuel truck parking, loading, offloading areas are typically equipped with a remote containment basement. The basins are even to increase the overall containment of volume with the system. Basins are constructed with the control concrete walls and concrete floor. Inspection remote spill containment. Inspect the remote contained basement with the crack of the concrete containment of the pavement wall with the curb of the remove of the vegetation may be established with the roots. Build up of the dirt with the exposed of the earth and undercrack thoroughly with a clean crack with the water spray. Air jet with the seal crack the fuel resistant quarterly. Inspect the equipment inspect the containment of the sump of the pump operation quarterly. Secondary containment with the system to degrade with the collect of the debris which can clog the drain inlets, prevent a drain valve with the sealing properly test the drain valve leak through the valve frequency annually. Protective shelters, pump house and filter buildings, pump filter equipment is typically included with the building and covered by the shelter with these buildings are constructed pre-engineered metal or concrete. Floors of these should be provided secondary containment of the piping and equipment that installed the building under the shelter. Inspection and maintenance of pump house filter buildings. Inspect the floor contaminated with the curves of crack. Thoroughly clean the cracks of the water spray. Air jet seal the cracks of the fuel resistant sealant with annually. Refer to UFC 311004 roofing maintenance repair with the inspection maintenance requirements of pump house and building and roofs. 1122 canopies are used to cover the surface of the station dispenser, the containment basement, fuel truck loadings, offloading equipment that install the remote areas. Inspection maintenance of canopies. Inspection maintenance canopies according with the UFC 311004 roofing maintenance and repair. 11.3 safety showers, eye wash fountains. Emergency safety shower with the eye wash fountains installed with the air with the fuels around with the pump house, typically with the activation alarm, the energized strobe light horn. In some cases, emergency eye wash and showers are equipped with a tempered water system. Some of the supply of warm water emergency eye wash shower. Or your inspection of the maintenance of emergency eye wash shower with the test celebration maintenance of emergency shower pushing out open the activation handles. Show the water is not brown with the color due to the rust of the piping, the dirt seeping through the hole of the buried pipe. But for the system tempered water, ensure the white water is being supplied with the emergency eye shower with between 60 to 100 degrees. For system the horn strobe light, ensure that the horn is strobe light activity with the activation lever. The emergency eye shower is placed the system on the interface with the insulation fire emergency system pre-coordinated before testing. Some insulation emergency eye wash shows the emergency fuel shutoff valve are tied into the fire alarm system weekly. Inspect portable package of the safety sheet, safety shower with the eye wash station properly operation. Check the fluid levels. Where tap water issue with the fluids must be replaced monthly. On the less frequent intervals with the fluid change recommended with the manufacturer acceptable. Where a solution of water additive then should use the ensure the package eye wash supply with the list with the expiration date with the tags. Labels must be attached for the use of the data indicating fluid change schedule monthly. Inspect exterior coatings of the permanently installed units from repairs, damaged coatings, and rust quarterly. For system-tempered water systems, inspect the components of the water heater for the correct operation temperature control. Ensure the safety of the valve of the hot water heater tank is not leaking semi-annually. Inspect the signage label, the wash showers, and replace for the missing of the signs. Them become loose signs faded with them replaced annually. 11.4. Fuel laboratories. Fuel laboratories equipped with ventilation hoods. These systems are periodically inspected to ensure the proper operation. Laboratories must comply with the general facility requirement of UFC 3600-01, Fire Protection Engineering Facility, National Fire Protection Association 45, standard fire protection of the laboratories using chemicals. Ventilation hoods. Ventilation hoods are used to prevent the building of flammable but noxious vapor inside of the fuel laboratories. The hoods are typically equipped with the sliding of the roll-up doors that can be reduced to the opening of the area hood. Additional venting hoods the design of the employee would include laminar flow with the elephant trunk, the canopy hoods, the system of the pull air with the inside of the lab of the hood, exhaust outside of the lab through ventilation stack. The fume hoods must comply with the military service directives and or 29 CFR 1910-1450 occupational exposure hazard chemicals and liquids. American National Standard Institute HI laboratory ventilation C95. Inspection maintenance ventilation hoods. Inspect the operation of the doors, ensure the closed and open frequently, smoothly, quarterly. Inspect the light inside the hood to make sure that operating properly with the replaced light bulbs no longer working. Semi-annually verify the electrical equipment is properly classified in accordance with the National Fire Protection Association National Electric Code. Annually inspect the ventilation system for signs of disrepair, air leakage, ensure the operational pulling air over the hood. Inspect the air and inspect to ensure the lab hood air measures device ensuring proper airflow. Permanently attached working program. The ventilation hood must be inspected, certified inspector in accordance with OSHA Title 29 CFR 1910-1450 occupational exposure hazard chemical liquids ANSI AHI A laboratory ventilation Z95. That is annually verified negative pressure present with the ventilation hood exhaust annually. Or your oil water separators. Oil water separators, if you remove the water with the oil water, make sure oil water separators are sized. Maximum flow rate must not be exceeded. The inspection maintenance must be conducted in accordance with the regulatory authority, particular location, federal host, nation, state location, in accordance with the OEM specifications not used to avoid warranty. Inspection maintenance of the oil water separator. Inspect the oil water separator with the buildup of the corrected petroleum fuel. Remove the properly disposed of the accumulated petroleum fuel oil quarterly as needed by the basis or precipitation events. With draining, cleaning, and inspect the interior of the oil water separator. Ensure all divider plates and screens are in good working order. Replace and repair damaged components annually or more frequently based on local environmental conditions. 11.6. Crane hoists. Crane hoists are used inside of the pump house maintenance area with an assist with the removal of the insulation, petroleum fuel system components. Inspection maintenance of crane and hoists. Inspect crane hoists and smooth operation crane and hoists equipped with electrical control. Check the power supply operation control with the cord with the nicks and damage of the crane. The crane server the technician must be current with the binding that may prevent smooth operation from repair damage of the power cords before each use. Apply lubricating grease to area with the required periodic greasing annually. Military server the host nation state with local regulations. Cranes hoists or must be certified operation. Follow more stringent military server specs and host nation state local regulations. Frequency annually. Alright, Chapter 12, Fuel Facility Temporary Deactivation Closure.